What's going on? It's your brother, your main, IC Jonez. This is my special episode of What's Your Perspective. This is an Under the Hood production. You already know what it is, right? So I want to talk to y'all about myself. Hi, how you doing? I am IC Jonez, gospel rap artist, street gospel as well. Somebody's at the door. Guess they weren't at ours. Felt like it. It felt like it. Said it felt like it. I thought I heard them knock. You heard it too, didn't you? Oh yeah, it sounded like they knocked on the gate. What's going on? It's your brother, your main, IC Jonez. Welcome to another episode of What's Your Perspective, and Under the Hood production. You already know. I want to have my own special episode of What's Your Perspective and let y'all know about myself, my perspective, my thoughts. All right. Of course, some people know I'm IC Jonez, gospel rap artist, street gospel. You feel me? Also, I am a podcast host of my own shows, Hot Seat with IC Jonez, What's Your Perspective, Active Ingredients with IC Jonez and Just B. I own the company with my partners here at Under the Hood Studios. I'm also a community activist. I'm a mental health advocate. And, some people like to call me their manager, their consultant, things of that nature. The reason that so many hands, I have so many hands in so many different places is because, hey, God created me that way. And I'm a firm believer in God, Christ, and the Holy Spirit. Not only was I raised that way, but I actually have my own experiences where I'm a knower of Christ and his works. That's why my brand is But God Records and But God Situations. So one thing that people have to realize is that you got to work smarter and not harder. And we realized that, growing up, we were working harder. We were doing things that we didn't necessarily have to do. If you follow, your heart, you follow where God is leading you, he's going to put you in the right places with the right people that can do things that you can't do. And when everybody goes and attacks one thing, such as like Under the Hood, things will become successful. You know what I mean? So I came up selling hard copy CDs out in the streets. A lot of people know me from being outside. Before I was a gospel rapper, I was still outside. And then when I became a gospel rapper, I was really outside because now I'm really rapping about stuff that I believe to be true, which is gospel rap. I have a message that I believe that people need to hear, which is the gospel of Christ, in a hip-hop format, in a rap format. And so my perspective on that was that I never thought that I would be a gospel rapper coming up in these streets doing what street guys do. You know what I'm saying? But knowing that I'm a hustler, I knew that I would make it. I would strive, and I would do more than just survive. I would actually live. I would do more than exist. I would actually live. So my following Christ, man, it allowed me to meet a lot of people and shake a lot of hands and bring a lot of people to Christ. And they changed their lives. You feel me? I've helped people by giving them merch of mine. They can go outside and push it, and they can either, give me half of what they made, or if they really needed it, they can go pay their rent. They can go pay whatever bill they needed, but you're going to get outside and work for it. I didn't get given too much of nothing, when it comes down to help. I've had help. I'm not by myself in this thing, but I know that if you give a man some fish, hello, he going to keep asking for it, and it's going to actually wear you down. It's going to take your energy to go get double the amount of fish. Now, it's, different when you going to go fishing and you get what you need, you feel me, and you can give away a little something. But it's another to have to go double fishing and go help another man's family all the time. So what I did was teach men how to fish, teach women how to fish, teach them how to hustle, you feel me? And so from there, man, I just kept climbing these ladders of going on tour, taking myself on tour all around America. You know what I mean? From East Coast to West Coast, you dig? And so with that, I learned how to be an independent artist for real. Really an underground hip-hop artist, underground independent hip-hop artist. And I became an actual hip-hop entrepreneur in my own right, being that I actually created revenue from my merchandise sales, my own logos, my own album covers, my own recordings, you know what I mean? and going out there and selling what you have, selling your products and services as well to people. You feel me? And man, you talking about the connections that were created by being, I guess, an extrovert. The older I get, the more introverted I am because I don't got time to be dealing with people. For real. They attitudes and things of that nature. However, I still feel like I'm a people person. I still feel like I can get outside and network with anybody. You know, put me in a room with whoever, and I'm gonna get to know who they are and hopefully build that relationship. As long as we understand each other and we have a thought process of wanting to go forward, I guarantee we'll have a relationship. And so I get called on a lot for help. I get called on for consultations. I get called on to many manage people, you know what I mean, and give them the game and knowledge that it took for me to get my brand solid in the city and in America and in the world. People call on me for everything from who's the producer, who's the engineers, who does videos, who does who's booking the shows, who do I talk to for interviews. Like, they ask me everything, and a lot of times I give it away for free. I've done consultations, I've got my price for that, but I feel like now is the time. And my perspective on this is that it's time to make the money that you're supposed to make by utilizing the gifts and living in the purpose that God gave you, because your gifts will make room for you. And with that being said, what we do here at Under the Hood, it is a product-based service. You feel me? We are a multimedia company, and to keep these doors open, we spend a lot of money out of our own pocket. Even the money that we do make from our services, we have to put it back in the company because we're not going to shut these doors. It's not happening. You dig? So your support is very much needed. We have so many different shows under the hood. Again, I told y'all in the beginning, we have What's Your Perspective, my show. We have the Just Be show. We have Active Ingredient show. We have Phoenix show, which is the Velvet Rope. Man, we have, I can keep going. It's crazy. We got Successes podcast. It's so many different shows. You can actually do a promo run here at Under the Hood. And people ask, well, why would I do so many different interviews at the same space? Because it's just like, wouldn't you give your DJ, wouldn't you give the DJs at the radio stations, all of them, wouldn't you give them the single? All the DJs on every show at the same station should have a copy of your single. You know what I mean? On MTV, shouldn't every countdown have your actual video, right? Because everybody has a different lane. Everybody has a different viewership, you know, and whichever one is going to get caught in the net, hey, that's your fan base. That's who's rocking with you. You always want to touch everything. And so it's not that Under the Hood, everybody's doing the same thing. No, we all do different things. But if you would like an interview, rock with us. We have 4 different engineers, 3 different producers. Shout out to them. Yes, come rock with us. Come work with us. We have 4 cameramen. It's crazy. You can book us for weddings and birthday parties and videos and short films and reality TV shows and so many different things. Under the Hood is for the community. It's not this little secret society, right? It is for the community. We are a public, actual company that you can come rock with. You can make a call. You can knock on the door. You can come have a meeting. You can come set it up and figure out exactly where you fit with Under the Hood. Also, we're a team. So if you want to be a part of the team, come have a meeting, come have an interview, come check it out, see what it do and how we can make some money together. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Somebody will always be here. 9 times out of 10, it'll be the most hardworking man I know, which is Just Be. You dig? And it just is what it is. So for me, I didn't see this necessarily with the people that I'm with, but I did see this happening in my lifetime, right? And with that, you have to have vision. I've had vision since I was a child. I've had actual drive since I was a child. I've had this good energy since I was a child. I was born this way. I've always been a popular cat, always had friends, but I had to flip that because now I have a talent. And a talent I had to continue to practice on, which is rapping. I learned how to flip these words. You feel me? I'm also naturally inquisitive. So why not take my natural way of asking questions and put it on a show, make a podcast out of it? You know what I mean? So without going too far into my story and how I got to Hot Seat with IC Jonez, you know, it was just because I'm inquisitive. You know what I mean? And that's how I got here. So all in all, man, you could do whatever you see your mind, whatever your mind sees, you know, whatever you see your mind showing your body it could do it for real. Watch out for those people who are energy suckers, energy drainers, people who are always in competition with you for you don't have no idea. You feel me? You just in your own lane doing your own thing. And then here comes some people trying to one up you or trying to be better than you. You don't have time for that. Go and get your dreams. Go and get what you deserve. You understand me? And you are worthy. God says you are worthy. You know, I received Christ at a young age. Then I had to rededicate my life at an older age. You feel me? And I'm still moving in that space of being anointed. And sometimes you just can't help it. You can fight it if you want to, but you can't help being anointed. You feel me? So that's what it is, man. I'm always be praying for my people. I'm always lift up the name of Jesus, Yahshua, Yahweh, the whole nine. You feel me? It is what it is. You feel me? God, I'm going to lift that up because he says, if you lift me up, I will draw all men. And that's just being real. So I appreciate everybody who has been with me thus far. I appreciate all the supporters and all the people. I've had a crazy ride and it ain't done yet, man. We really rocking and rolling over here under the hood. I'm going to be putting out some music for y'all real soon, Mr. Jonez. And that's the, you know, the EPs or maybe a whole project. I don't know yet. I'm in the middle of them. Talk to my guys and see what we're going to do. So I just wanted to get my perspective and support. Support is a big thing. But don't get mad when your friends don't support you. Don't get mad when the people around you, like, that's in the same vein as you. If you're a rapper, don't get mad that other rappers and singers didn't come to your show. If you're a podcast host, don't get mad that people aren't showing up for your interviews or, you know, people aren't calling you to be a part of what you got going on. The biggest thing I've seen is strangers will support you faster than your friends. Strangers will continuously support you faster than your family because your friends and your family know you, you know, and it just is what it is. They know Rodney. They know RJ. You know, they know my family nickname. They know me like that. But the public, they want to support IC Jonez. You know what I'm saying? They want to support what they see. They want me to succeed. Not saying your family doesn't. Not saying your friends don't. But they don't have it in them to continuously support you along the way. Because once you start blowing up, they're going to want you to support them because now you're the first millionaire in your family. You feel me? They're going to want you to support their dreams. You know what I'm saying? So they're hoping that you do make it, but they can't just shell it out. They can't just keep supporting everywhere you go, everything you're doing. They can't. It's not like that. But the strangers will because they fall in love with the persona, the character, or the person that you're being outside. You know, there's an Oprah Winfrey, you know, pretty sure she has a private life and a public life. The brand, people are going to support the brand. Does that make sense? And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there are followers and there are fans and supporters that are going to always support you forever. You know, I'm a Tupac fan. I still listen to Tupac today, and he passed away 20 some odd years ago. You know, it just is what it is. But when it comes to like internal people, they're not going to always be there to support you. So don't get mad and don't always expect it. It's better to walk through life without expectations because you won't be let down. Now, you can get yourself expectations, but sometimes you don't want to give people, you don't want to have that because people, man, will fail you every time. You know what I'm saying? So just stick to who you are, stick to what you want in life, and go and get it. Write it down, make it plain, so that if anybody need to read it, it's like a business plan. It's like a blueprint. You can't just tell me what you see. You have to write it down. Take a picture. I don't care. Make sure that someone can read it. And if they want to join you in this race, they want to join you. You know what I'm saying? Or if you need to pass the baton off to somebody, they know the race that they're running. You feel me? And that's just what it is. Like, write it down. Make it plain. Yes, you can make a business plan. But at the same time, what do you want? And I want it what I see. We have all these things together. Cameras and lights and batteries and SD cards and TVs and microphones and boards and man, so many things. You know what I mean? And it's because I'm a part of a strong team. I'm a part of people who actually put their hands to the plow. And I'm very excited because I seen this. This was on my wall as a youth. I was young, a young father, a young husband, and this stuff is on my wall. So have vision. Manifestation is real in Christ. You feel me? He says, if you speak it, your tongue is real. You feel me? So speak it, believe it, know it, smell it, taste it. You know what I mean? And it shall be, but you have to put your work in. You can't just sit there and imagine it like that. You got to be outside. You got to see who you know. You got to go out and network, and you never know who you may meet. If I wasn't actually doing podcasting, Just Be wouldn't have had a reason to actually DM me and say, let's do podcast for podcast interview. Why? Why would he do that? I'm a rapper. He was not a rapper. So, no. If anything, it'd have been, me getting an interview on his show, and then maybe that was it. But being that I was working, putting the work in, and at that time I was like the number one person to get an interview from. You feel me? Hello. And now 3 years later, we on a business together. We went into management together with people. You know what I'm saying? From there, we seen that we can run business. And next thing you know, he's like, yo, I want a community business, and I want you to be a part of it because of networking, because we're outside. So at the end of the day, I'm trying to tell you something. My perspective on successful people, my perspective on bringing it into your circumference, you have to visualize it. You have to work at it, and you have to be outside networking. You feel me? And you do have to provide. So you have to have some type of product to sell. And the number one product is you. When you have nothing left to do, nothing left to sell, you have you. You go out there and you make something happen. You dig? All right, it's your boy IC Jonez. This is my episode of What's Your Perspective, and I want y'all to follow, like, subscribe, and share. Under the Hood Productions, Under the Hood Studios. You know how to find us on Instagram. You know how to find us on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to that and help run us up, man. All right? I'm up out of here. God bless y'all. Love y'all. Peace.